Hey guys, System here, and this is All the Mods 9. I myself am having a wonderful day. Hope you guys all are as well. Go ahead, jump forward, get back into this amazing package. In between episodes, I did not do too much. I did do a little bit though, so we'll take a look-see. Kind of push forward here, right? So, first off, I guess I went ahead and made a bunch of these. These are the dynamic edge lights from Simply Light. You put them on a block that isn't against the wall. We kind of do this here. But if you put them on the block against the wall, they do this, which is pretty awesome. And they actually kind of hug the wall too. So in like a space like this, they kind of hug it all around and just make it look really kind of clean and nice, right? While lighting up the area at the same time. There's a top version as well that you can put like in a space like up here. It's on the top part of the block, but I haven't done those ones yet. Don't know if I'll actually do it on the top as well, but anyway, just makes it look really nice, and we got a lot of them. So pretty cool there. Added 4 more CPUs, so we have 4 more of those. And then I guess I also went ahead and upgraded this here too. So inside here, upgraded our actual mystical farm. So this thing now has 2 more rings of lily pads of fertility. So it's going at pretty much the max speed we could do inside this thing at least. I guess if you did not have it set up in an area like this, you'd be able to go 2 more rows. But look at it, it's already fast enough, man. It's kind of silly. And we haven't even done our second level of farm yet. I did add a few more seeds here as well. So I got this one for free, Creeper. I got brass for free, I guess quest rewards. Got gas seeds, rabbits. I got steel as well, and steel seeds are actually pretty expensive. So there's steel seeds right there. You can't make this seed, but at the same time, like I said, it is expensive. So yeah, it takes compressed blocks, so it'd be 364 iron, or not iron, sorry, steel, just to make that one seed. So I got that one as a reward. Outside of that, I made a couple here as well. I can't remember what other ones. Oh yeah, graphite, mystical, and skystone. So just got a whole bunch of them out of the way, and I don't have to think about those resources anymore, which is completely amazing all around. So that is cool. Going very fast though, right? So that farm is working out really well. Quite happy with that. And did I do anything else? I guess I got everything off my drive. So I made this here too. This is the MEIO port, right? So what you do with this thing is if you want to have a drive, right? So I wanted to move all the items out of the system, put them back in, so everything with priority would end up in the correct inventories the way we set up yesterday, right? So you see there's 35,000. Before I did this, we had like 50,000 items in the system there. So basically you need an empty drive like this one here. Then you go in here and pop that into here. It's going to start emptying that, put it all on to the other drive. So it's being just transferred from one drive to the other. Then you go ahead and clean up your system, get everything kind of routed exactly how you want it, right? So very, very easy item to make and very good for just making sure everything is in the right place, right? So pretty cool there as well. And I think that might be pretty much everything I did. Like I didn't really do any building. I didn't have any time. I did clean this up a little bit, but everything else was just bits and bobs, right? So nothing important. So I think the first thing I want to go ahead and get into today is probably some more power. So we may go ahead and work on a little bit of extreme reactors. After which point, probably go ahead and start utilizing that power, right? So go ahead and get into that. I want to go ahead, I'd probably go ahead and do that right now. Actually, before we do that, there's something else I want to do too. Might be able to do this right away. So I saw these here. There's a ME Infinity Water Cell, which is supposed to make it so you can have infinite water in your system just by making this item here. So let's go ahead and craft that. Also, I should mention that too. So if you click on an item, right, and you hold control. So here, if I hold control and click this, if I don't have the item, I actually try to craft it, right? So if I actually let's actually craft the first one first so I could actually show you. So right there, we have no part in the center, right? So if I hold control and then click this now, it's actually trying to craft up the things that we can craft in that recipe. So just a little cool thing to know about, I guess 82, right? So anyway, let's go ahead and put that down. We need a bucket of lava. Go ahead and drop that off. Now we should be able to make this one too. So there's a second one as well that does cobblestone. So I think all we do with these is put these in here. And now if I look inside the system, I should have, I have max int cobblestone. So we have 2.1 billion cobblestone right there now without doing anything now. Same as water. So the water is maxed out. So that's 2 really cool little blocks there. So if you need water for anything, it's right there. And we can actually, as long as you have buckets in the system too, you can just pull buckets out too. And this here is just max int cobblestone. I'm curious what happens to cobblestone over that though. Wonder if that ends up on drives or if this actually voids it. I'm actually not sure. So anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Pretty cool either way. I thought that was a really cool block. That's actually rad. Actually, we can check that real quick. So it's at 8.7. I take that, put that back in there. 8.7. Yeah, it doesn't look like, actually, let's do this. Cobble? Yeah, it voids it off. So you don't even have to worry about that either. So it won't fill up your system. So anyway, let's go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and craft up everything we need for the reactor, and then we'll go ahead and automate that, I think. So I think I have just about everything we need to go ahead and actually build a reactor here. So the reactor size we are going with is going to be a 11 by 11 and 13 tall. So it's quite large. It takes a lot of material. Just getting the base of the fuel rods and the moderators in place. Once we have that done, we just kind of want it up for the rest of it. So anyway, I'm going to be setting it out in a checkerboard, just like we set up the original one there. So let's go ahead and get that done real quick. Should only take but a second. There you go. These are all the reinforced variants as well. So you notice that says reinforced. This is reinforced as well. I think after you go over 5 by 5, you have to switch to reinforced. It might be 7 by 7. I can't actually remember. But now we have that, and that's good. So the moderator we're using is going to be electrum blocks. They're very good. They're pretty cheap, and it seems like a good way to do it. I know another one that is really good too is netherite. Netherite's a really good one. So we have a few of those seeds. I only have one of those seeds, so I went with this instead. It is definitely an option as well. It's actually better than this. So the moderators are going to make them more efficient for the most part, and then they also going to make it produce a little bit more power as well. Okay, let's go ahead and do that there, and kind of get this all up. There you go. So that'd be kind of our setup here. Actually, already looks pretty cool. I like that. So we have that. Oh, I had the exact amount of these two, so I actually mapped that out. So that's nice. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and grab ourselves the reactor control rods. So that is awesome. Then I guess we grab the casings as well and start that process as well. So yeah, I have no idea how much power this is going to produce, and we'll kind of see how it goes. The last time I actually built a really big one of these, I think, was back in Sky Factory 3. That's how long it was. Where in that pack it had the kind of, I guess it was the book there, and you had the kind of achievement kind of dealie that Dark Host had set up for that, where you just kind of had some goals there that were kind of arbitrary but fun at the same time, right? And that one you had to do the max size one, and that one actually lagged so much. It was so bad back then. Wait, I don't know. Can't remember what version that was, whether it was big reactors or bigger reactors or extreme, because I think we've had all three now, haven't we? And they're just different versions and different kind of spin-offs of the A1 and different, I guess, actual mud devs as well. So anyway, let's get these all in place here. That is good. We got all our actual control rods in place, so that is amazing. Do that there. Also looked at doing computer craft with this as well, but computer craft now, to actually get from the GitHub, you have to do like edits and stuff, and I just like that's too confusing for people, so I'm not going to bother with that. But I'm really going to miss that because I've always liked having computer craft control my reactors here. Okay, let's go ahead and pull that out there. So what we have here is the controller. This will be the brain, right? So we're just going to place that down, make sure it's in the center here. Then we'll have 2 ports. So we'll have a input and output. We'll decide what they are when I'm done here. Then we'll grab this here, the actual power tap. This is the passive one, so we need the passive one. We'll just pop that up there, at which point we just go ahead and grab our redstone ports. We'll put those in the back there. This will be how we auto turn it off if it ever gets full, right? So let's go ahead and put that there. Guess we'll have to go ahead and bring this across here too, so I can wand it up. There you go. Let's do that 2 times on that side, and then we'll do it 2 times on this side as well. I guess I could have just wanded this side there. So that's good. And then do this here. Then we should be able to just wand this up all the way up to the top. Hopefully I made enough blocks. Kind of tired of crafting. Although I set it up all for auto crafting anyway. So not too bad. I guess I only made a little too many of the actual casing. So not too bad there. Then we have the reactor glass here. Go ahead and wand that up as well. That's going to just cover up the front of it. Just so we have a little window into it. Just so we kind of see it and have it all lit up, right? So it looks all pretty. Isn't necessary. But once we've done that, we actually got our multi-block here. And this thing should be effectively ready to go. So let's actually go ahead and head to here. Go to uranium. Did I make a recipe for this? I did too. Let's make like 1,000. Yeah, let's make 1,000 of that real quick. Here you go. I think we can actually put blocks into this too to fill it up. So let's go ahead and do that. It's nice to use the blocks to fill it up, but you don't want to use blocks afterwards actually, because the way it kind of it depletes. It only let certain amounts. You can actually fill it more steadily, I should say, with ingots, right? Otherwise, it kind of goes a little weird on the power there. But anyway, we'll fill it up with these anyway. Do that. That's good there. So it's completely full now. And I want to turn this on and kind of see what it's producing. But I don't even know if we can ramp it up right now because we don't have a big enough battery. What is this going to produce? How much buffer does this have? Only has 33 million. That's not going to take very long. So if we turn this on, how long before it actually kind of gets full of power? Will we actually see the top of it? Probably not. So this thing is already producing 220. So yeah, we're gonna need a big battery to be able to see what this is actually producing. But this thing is gonna be the beast. It's gonna produce quite a bit here. So I guess the next thing we need to do is actually start moving uranium over there. So I'm actually going to uncraft these blocks too, because for now on I'm going to be sending the uranium in that form right there. The way I think I'll do that is with a ender chest. So we'll use an ender chest here. Let's do that. Here we go. We got these ones here from the mod. What is this one here? Ender chest? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that. So we're going to use these ender chests here. So these will be the ender chests here. We'll want to probably dye these as well. So these ones are unlike the ones that I'm used to using, but you just got to right click. I think you right click these. Yeah, the little things on the side there. So I'll set them to green, 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 because we are going to be sending uranium, right? So that's good there, and that's good there. Got two of the colored ones there. Go ahead and drop that off. And with that, what we'll do is send that into there automatically. But the way we're going to do that, I guess, would be with a export bus. Let's go ahead and grab a export. That is good. Then we'll grab ourselves a crafter card as well. Go ahead and get one of them. Hopefully. That is fantastic. And do we need anything else here? Probably not really anything else. Probably a couple accelerations, but I think I have that in the tool here. And we'll just connect to a random, I guess, cable. And we have some cables back here. So what we can do here to kind of send this stuff is just this. So we'll just go ahead, kind of connect this cable here. I know there's open channels on this Fluix here, so I don't have to worry about it. Let's grab an export bus, pop it right there, throw in a crafter card, throw in some upgrades as well, and then set uranium, right? So let's go to uranium. Go ahead and grab the ingot. Go ahead and pop it in there. And that should start filling this up. There you go. It's actually filling it up. No problem at all. That's cool. Also, these little ender chests here, I think we can do this here. If we actually go inside here, grab, I think it's ender pearls, right? And you can actually increase how many slots they have. So right now it only has that tiny little amount of slots there. Yeah, 12, 15, 18, should go up to 27, right? There you go. That is how you upgrade those too. So it's a little weird, but that's definitely how they work there. But with that, we should be able to set up our ports over here pretty quickly, hopefully. Go ahead and head over here. Go ahead and grab ourselves some kind of pipe here. Probably won't need this particularly fast either, so I'm not going to worry about our upgrades on this too much, right? There you go. See there, it's already moving, I guess, fuel in there. How much byproduct do we already have right now? I left it on, too. I guess we could see the power. I didn't even think about that, because we could just leave it on and let it waste power. So it looks like we're going to produce about 225,000. So that's cool. This one here, we want it to be an outlet. It's already burned through 10 uranium, but honestly, that is near nothing. Also, why can't I drop that right now? That's so weird. You can't interact with your inventory down here? Oh, you can, but only sometimes. Oh, it's like the box is like, it's like done wrong. It's in a weird spot. You have to find the right place to get it to actually get it into the port or actual slot in your backpack. But anyway, we'll need some kind of drawer there or something, I guess. So let's go ahead and grab a drawer. Doesn't really matter what we use. Let's use one of these ones. There you go. Actually, we don't want void upgrades. I think we actually need cyanide later on in the pack. So let's go ahead and check this out real quick. Can't remember this. Yeah, it automatically exports here too. But I don't like the look of that now because it's not in line with this. So I'm going to go ahead and put it here instead. Just use the extract just so it lines up. So anyway, that'll store, I think, 2,000 by default. And I'll make some upgrades to that as well. But that pretty much handles our power. That's just it right there. I just need to go ahead and turn that off there. The last thing we'll have to do is set the back of it. So let's actually turn it off for a second. And set it up just like the last one, right? So what we did before, let's go ahead and grab some of those cuts there. Want 3 of these. Hook that up. Go ahead and grab some redstone. Just need like 3 little redstone here, not the essence, actual redstone. Cool. And then go ahead and pop that down there. And we want to set this for, it was on, how did I do it? I did it by the richness, energy stored, right? So energy stored, when it's below, when energy stored is below, we'll say 50%, there you go, it turns on. That's what it should do. I can't test this right now either to see if it's working, but yeah, that should work there. And we want it to make sure it's set for signal to turn on off. So basically what I'll do here is just turn on every time it gets a signal, right? And if it's not getting the signal, if it's over 50%, the reactor will just turn off. So I changed this slightly. It's actually set to 25% for right now. But once we're, I guess, under load, I might be able to tweak that a little bit. But right now, you notice that the power is going down. It's at 40%. I actually told the system to smelt 20,000 stone. And so we have a whole bunch of stone in the system, and we can burn a lot of power with those netherite furnaces. So I can actually test that with this. I put some speed upgrades in them too, the speed augments. That way they are burning, I guess, twice as much power as well, and smelting twice as fast. Although we don't even have fast enough insertion at this point for that. But yeah, definitely a thing. But this should turn on for a second here anyway. There you go. It's going to turn on, and it's going to fill up the battery a little bit. Yeah, there you go. You see the power still being produced, even though the reactor is technically off right now. So that is awesome. And it pushes the reactor up to about 50% full on power, which is not that bad. But once we're fully pulling power, that does stay on all the time, right? So I don't have to really worry about that. So that actually works out perfectly. Keep it a little more efficient. It's not burning through, I guess, fuel insanely fast either. It's only gone through 15 so far, so it's not that bad at all. Yeah, this is going to work out perfectly. So yeah, we have over 200,000 RF tick now for our base. And look at that thing, it's a beast. I remember in the old days, this thing used to be super laggy too. I don't feel anything, man. Like, I made sure I had my lag thing on today. So I guess that's the thing. And yeah, no issues at all whatsoever. It's just, it's smooth. I have to say, it's actually running really well these days. So the next thing I want to go ahead and do is get us into a mod here called ME Requester. So I have them right here, and they're not hard to make. So they're actually not too bad. They take some of the co-processing units, interfaces, stuff like that, right? So nothing too special. We're going to set them up over here. We're going to use them to kind of maintain certain limits of items in our system without having to do too much work, right? So let's go ahead and get that set up. Going to pop these down. That's booting, offline, online. Go ahead and make sure everything's working here. Why does it say network booting so long? So they're all on, right? I think these are all working now. So what you do is go to put them down, get them all ready to go, right? Then here you have this little interface. With this, we could actually tell the system to kind of keep certain things into the system without having to do anything, right? So I have an oak recipe, right? So let's grab oak. And say if I want to tell the system now to keep 2,000 oak in the system, I could do that there. Then I just have to set the batch size, right? So this will be how much kind of crafts at a time. So I go ahead and hit that, then hit the submit changes here. Should start turning on. Actually, I don't know how much oak we have in the system right now. How much oak do we have? Well, we have more than that, so that one won't work right now. Let's go do another one, I guess. Let's grab iron. We're crafting that from essence now, right? So I want to make sure I have iron in the system. And we'll probably keep that one at about 5,000. We'll keep around 5,000 iron in the system at any given time. I'll tell it again to keep 64. And I'm pretty sure I don't have that much iron. So it's going to turn on. It's actually starting to craft that, right? And we can actually see that, I guess, in here. So there you go. It's actually using it. Actually, we can't. There we go. Actually, we can. We got to see it for a split second. It's crafting it up. And then it's doing another batch. Then it does another batch. And another batch. Until it hits that number. At which point it'll be satisfied. You won't have to worry about it anymore. So it's just a way to kind of keep preloaded amount of items into your system without much thought. Especially since we're using Essence, there's a lot of stuff I'm going to want auto-crafted up in this, I guess, this way as well. So yeah, I'll be using this a lot. Stuff like, I guess, processors, right? So I want to keep processors in our system at all times, right? So logics, for instance, I'd probably do like 256 to keep us 4 stacks. And this one I'd probably only do like 16 at a time, just in case I want to do something else. There you go. I could do these ones as well. These ones I'd probably keep about 128. Let's go ahead and grab them. Oh, 128. Here you go. I probably set that one to about 16 as well. And this as well. So super easy to do, right? So it's a really simple, easy thing to do here. And it kind of just go through the list, do all the crafting in the background. It will eat up some of your CPUs, like I said, right? So it's going to eat up more and more the more requesters you have, right? But that's why I've been making all these extra CPUs. So in time, I'll end up with one big CPU, right? So we'll have our one big one for big giant graphs. Then we'll end up with 16 of these smaller ones. And that's mostly because I plan on having a lot of these requesters, honestly, kind of all doing our crafting in the background and maintaining all our levels of items around. So we don't have to think about it at all. This will just kind of do everything. This mod is amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's great. And you need it in your life. So get it in your life right now. Definitely think. Dude, I wonder if they have the other one. I need to check that in a second. But anyway, let's go to grab that. Want to make sure we keep like 5,000 of that in the system as well. You know, we'll set that one to 64 as well. That looks good. And it's just going to do the crafting. Now, does Refined Storage have this as well? Let's go ahead and check that out here. Do they have the other one? Let's see here. I didn't check this at all. Yeah, even they have Requestify. So same thing, but that's with, I guess, Refined Storage. So it doesn't matter which inventory system you're using. You both have an option where there's a block that does this. This one is just slightly different, but effectively does the same thing. So yeah, very, very good and powerful block. And I'll end up setting a whole bunch of these as I see things I want to keep kind of all stocked up, which is pretty much everything here. And then I'll have other stuff as well, right? So processors, anything that I use for crafting a lot, right? So anyway, really cool, really awesome. And yeah, I just need to get this all configured here. One other thing I should mention about these requesters here is the actual different colors here, right? So you see here, this one's red. I haven't actually made a recipe for lapis yet, right? So down here, you can see here, it says missing ingredients. It's not missing the ingredients, it's missing the recipe. So I need to go ahead and set that up. But also down there, there's a purple one as well, exporting. So if it has that one, it kind of stays that way for a while. It means there's no space for on any drive or any kind of storage for the item to go. So just kind of, depending on the color, you can tell what it's doing, right? So idle, the other ones are all idling. When it's crafting, it turns yellow, and then the other two, right? So you know exactly what's going on with the system. Also, some people are telling me in the last video I should be using some compacting drawers for our inventory systems. And any people, I guess most people that have been playing modded for a long time don't do that, and there's a very good reason for it. Compacting drawers do not interact with auto-crafting systems very well, right? So when you're kind of setting up auto-crafting, right, and you're using a compactor drawer, and I have it hooked up to, say, storage bus or external storage, I guess, with refined storage there, what happens is, say you have 20 blocks of iron. The system thinks you have 20 blocks of iron, but it also thinks you have 180 iron ingots, then 9 times that for nuggets, all in the same block. It doesn't account for it just having one or the other. So you're trying to auto-craft something, system thinks it crafted, but it can't, it just hangs, right? So it's fine when you have millions and millions and millions and you know you're never going to kind of have to deal with that. But early on in a pack, you know what I mean? It's definitely an issue when you have limited amounts of items, throwing them to a compacting drawer and trying to get the inventory system to actually start auto-crafting with it. So I just don't bother. There's no reason. And honestly, it's lazy because all you have to do is harvest moon. What is that? Your crops provide a better harvest? Haven't seen that one yet. I've seen one that gives me luck, and I've seen blood moons, but I haven't actually seen a blood moon because I have mega torches everywhere. But anyway, that is why I don't use compacting drawers. Just wanted to kind of tell people about that. But yeah, you just need to set up recipes anyway. It's lazy. It's lazy. Like, just come in here, make your redstone block, and you're done, right? So don't have to worry about that either. So today's going to be a short one. I do have to go ahead and do some Christmas shopping. In fact, I just got my marching orders, and apparently I'm going to get myself in trouble. So I need to go do the shopping right now, guys. So as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. Really liked it. Hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.